I cannot believe this shit. This shit just keep cutting off, child. I don't understand what the problem is, honey. I done emailed Spreaker. I'm about ready to fight somebody. What is going on? We got enough storage. I keep getting these error messages. Somebody just don't want Miss Robinson to be great. But guess what? Miss Robinson has a show to do, and she will continue to do it. So anyways, guys, Ashley and Robyn, they end up talking while they are refilling their drinks. Ashley notices Wendy has been very standoffish. And that's what I was just telling y'all. Wendy is going to have to learn to shade these girls. And then, you ain't got to be up their asses, but still try to be neutral with them. Or, honey, do a better job of pretending. Because, everybody is kind of picking up that you still upset, Wendy. Like, you were still so pissed off at Gizelle and Robyn, and it's not a good look. I was here though for Wendy this episode getting Gizelle's ass together. I was just cracking up. That shit was funny to me. So Karen begins to address Mia about Mia gossiping to Dorothy about Chris and Candiace and their marriage and if he should be managing her. So Karen lets Mia know it was Wendy, that was telling her all this stuff. And I'm just looking at Karen like, girl, when you right there when Mia, your good buddy, was all up in the Kool-Aid with Dorothy stirring it up and stuff. So, like, how the hell you didn't know she was saying and doing all of that? Mia, you was wrong. You was dead ass wrong, and I don't want to hear your ass crying about it later. Okay, so next, guys, the ladies play their little reasonably shady game. Okay, so basically the first question is it fair to hold a grudge after an apology was made, okay, amongst the girls? Gizelle, you be doing that same shit. You hold grudges. And then you be begging people for apologies, and then you still, you act like you got an issue with them. So, girl, goodbye. In the words of Candiace, honey, good night. Candiace is coming out of the car at this point. I'm like, Candiace, take them damn shoes you got on. Them shoes she had on, you guys, they was just a little bit too distracting. They look cute, but it was just too much. Candiace, girl, some of your fashions and shit is off this season. It is. I meant to call you out on it, girl. You know you my girl, though. But, Karen ends up saying, well, it's reasonable to me. She holds her reasonable paddle up and says, it's reasonable to me to still hold a grudge towards Gizelle because every time she apologizes, she does something else to disrespect me. And we know that that's true, so Wendy joins in and says it depends on what was said. And we know she talking about Eddie because she's still mad at Gizelle for even bringing up Eddie's name, honey. Okay, so the next little question is it reasonable or shady to talk about your friend while they're not around? Wendy says that's shady as hell. And, everybody is pretty much agreeing that it's shady, but not Gizelle. She said, well, it depends on what you're talking about. I was like, girl, because you are way more invested in being shady than reasonable, okay? They mentioned the Eddie situation, and, everybody kind of agrees that was reasonable. Wendy felt it was shady. That Wendy ain't letting up off of that. I know, girl, you better hang in there for our man, girl. We sharing him, girl. And I thought Gizelle was so stupid for mentioning this shit. She get to mentioning to Wendy, well, we thought that it was shady for you to mention to Candiace that Mia was talking about her, with her mother. That is what a friend would do, you fucking idiot. This is probably why Wendy don't see it for your ass, because you just inappropriate. Okay? You better reconcile, Gizelle. Mia jumps in and says, it wasn't right though, Wendy, because you're trying to throw Candiace off balance. Bitch, you're sitting up there at Candiace's music video that she been prepping for a long time, that she was looking forward to. You sitting up there gossiping with her mother, saying some very shady, mean things. So you think that that's inappropriate? Mia, girl, shut your ass up. This may be why your mother don't fuck with you like that, okay? Because it look like you ain't no good, bitch, okay? Maybe your sister is the one with the better personality. I'm just saying. Wendy get to telling Mia, well, if you don't like what you said, then you shouldn't have said what you said about Candiace. And Mia was like, well, I said what I said, and I'm going to stand by it. I was like, girl, Mia, that was the wrong answer. You don't want none of Hurricane Candiace, honey. Child, all the ladies end up arguing. Karen is buzzed and delirious and confused because she done got her second COVID shot, honey. And it's just hitting her, honey, the wrong way. It's blurry in the room to her. I thought all of that was just so funny. So Candiace finally sits down with the girls. Robyn begins arguing the point that was a wrong time for Wendy to be telling Candiace what Mia said, and it could have really bothered and distracted Candiace. Shut the hell up, Robyn. Just shut the hell up. You're not making no damn sense. Y'all shouldn't have been at that girl's music video throwing all those stones about her marriage and about if her husband is working for her. That's her damn business. It was just too much. Child, Wendy tells Mia, don't touch my shoulder, girl. I was like, oh shit. Mia touches her shoulder again. Mia, girl, you cruising for a bruising. Okay, that's what my mother used to say to us coming up. Girl, don't be touching on folks and they tell you they don't want to be bothered, honey. Candiace argues, on behalf of Wendy and was like, y'all shouldn't have been talking all this shit about me at my music shoot. I feel like Wendy, was being a genuine friend, and Candiace is right. So next, honey, Candiace addresses Mia and says, honey, I even heard from my own mother that she was trying to figure out how much money I pay my husband to be my manager. Like, you trying to be all up in my business. I don't appreciate that. Mia butts in and says, all I asked was who's the manager and is he getting paid? You know who the hell the manager is, and it ain't none of your damn business if he's getting paid or not. Mia gets to letting Candiace know, honey, you better be lucky I showed up to your little struggle music shoot because nobody was there to greet me. Bitch, do you want somebody to have a parade because you done showed up to the damn video music shoot? Like, girl, Mia, shut the hell up. Like, you guys, I like Mia, but to me, she had a very poor argument for her behavior, is all I'm gonna say. Mia said, well, girl, Candiace, I wanted to be there to support you, but I didn't want to be there to support something that was low budget. And that's when Candiace knocked that bitch right on out. Okay, the way Tyson used to do back in the day, honey, okay? She said, your mother is low budget, bitch. I was like, oh! You got knocked the fuck out, Mia, okay? Ooh, damn, that was a good one. We got Gizelle all up in her confessional. Oh, I don't know if Candiace knows about Mia's, growing up in a foster home. All that shit is out the window when y'all open up y'all motherfucking mouth, okay? So check out what I said on my part 1, because, honey, we got about 3 parts of this Potomac, okay? So Gizelle admits to being shady at Candiace's music video because Wendy called her out for talking shit about Candiace as well, right? Robyn brings up being on Juan's payroll. Girl, you still on his fucking payroll, okay? He ain't gonna never get on yours. That's why he ain't never at that reunion. Bloop. Okay, how you doing? Candiace butts in to what Robyn is saying and is like, hell yeah, I got a big problem with people being all up in my marriage and wondering if my man is being paid to be my manager. All of that is my business. He's not being paid, by the way. Okay. I was like, come on, Candiace. Child, production shady as hell because Mia and Candiace get into it again, and Candiace was like, I don't appreciate you calling my music video low budget. And then Gizelle jumps in and says, well, it was shot in a parking lot. Bitch, we in your raggedy ass driveway, and production showed a shot, I should say, of Gizelle's raggedy ass house and her raggedy ass driveway. I was cracking up. Did y'all catch that? Candiace lets Mia know, honey, when these hoes was talking about you, honey, I was defending your ass, okay? Child, Candiace got Mia's ass together and was like, you shouldn't have came to the music video shoot, and from now on, don't come to anything, that I got planned. I was like, go ahead and tell her, girl. So they have another question, and basically it's about Karen. Gizelle asks Candiace, is it reasonable or shady for a friend to call you up drunk, letting you know they don't like you? I was like, y'all are so stupid with these questions. They all get the point at Karen, because y'all know when Karen get drunk, honey, she get to telling all her truths. Matter of fact, that's the only time you can get the truth up out of Karen, honey. Other than that, she be lying and shit. So it's actually a true story behind Karen calling somebody drunk and talking about them. It was actually Robyn, and she basically told Robyn that she liked Juan more than her. I think I heard that before, and I understand why Karen would say that. Ashley says she loves when Karen is drunk, honey, in the middle of the afternoon. I said, I bet you do love it, Ashley. Okay, so the last question, it was so funny that Gizelle was go ask it, but the way Wendy tore her ass up before, honey, she hurried up and gave the question to Robyn so Robyn could ask it to the group, honey, but they was talking about Wendy, and basically the question was, is it reasonable or shady to mention, the difference that you see in a friend's appearance after rumors of that person's husband, may be cheating on them and stuff. Y'all know that whole little thing with Eddie. Wendy was still not here for that. I said, girl, y'all don't know how to read the room. Wendy is still not fucking with y'all, so y'all could have left that question out, honey, okay? Candiace says she bows out. She's not answering such a question. Gizelle says that she thinks that Robyn's questionable. Not Robyn is questionable. Robyn's question is reasonable. And then Wendy shot back at Gizelle, honey. Wendy stayed gunning for Gizelle. I was like, ooh, child, her gun is loaded, honey. She just shooting all over the place, honey. Okay, Gizelle, pick your face up off the floor, honey. But Wendy said, well, girl, is it reasonable, that you would believe that? Because that same blog reported that, you got an STD. I was like, oh. And Gizelle was like, well, I don't. So I was like, ooh, child, Wendy didn't come to play with you. Then they got on this whole shebang of Gizelle and Robyn talking about Wendy, at Robyn's little birthday dinner. They wasn't really talking about Wendy like that. They was just talking about what had transpired, between Wendy and Gizelle and Robyn. It was that type of thing. They wasn't sitting up there, talking about her like a dog. So I was like, okay, Wendy, you doing too much. Ashley was coming to bat, for Gizelle and Robyn. She was like, girl, wasn't nobody talking about you like that. But, Wendy felt otherwise, honey, okay? Child, Candiace starts singing. Wendy and Robyn is going at it. Robyn keep telling Wendy to chill. Wendy says she ain't here for it. Karen, honey, is delusional and she feeling dizzy. Candiace jumps in and says, yeah, you guys was talking about her and y'all was talking about her for a long time. And I said, Candiace, no, they wasn't. Not like that. It wasn't all like that. So Wendy tells Robyn, I'm not your child, girl, don't yell at me. I didn't really hear Robyn yell at her, but Robyn was like, you know what? Fuck it, Wendy. I'm sick of this shit. Like, Robyn got an inner man inside, honey. She was ready to get that Hulk Hogan, honey, up out of her. Robyn says that she feels like Wendy is impossible to get through to. I'm kind of seeing some of that. Even though I was kind of here for Wendy this episode, Wendy, you go have to learn when to hold them and when to fold them. You have to be able to throw your shade and then be cool enough to kiki with. It's like you still mad. And I get it, guys, but you can't be that damn mad and be coming around these people. Then you try to invite them on this trip. That shit ain't gonna work out. They ain't trying to hang out with you. Then she shaded them because she was like, yeah, you know, those of us that have husbands, honey, you know, we're going to be bringing our men, you know, with us on the trip. We'll see what everybody has to say about them then, honey. I was like, oops. Robyn and Gizelle just felt so shaded, honey. They was like, ooh, child, why did she have to hit us where it hurt? Wendy tells all the girls they full of shit, and if they really wanted to talk to her and hear her out, they could have called her, okay? And they just giving her these screw faces, honey. Child, Gizelle asks Wendy a question, and Wendy says, girl, I wasn't even talking to your ass. I already told your ass what I thought about you up in Williamsburg. I'm like, Wendy, pump the brakes. You at this woman's house. Well, in her raggedy ass driveway, but nevertheless, honey, girl, pump your brakes. Gizelle gets upset and tells Wendy to leave. Guess what Wendy say? Ooh, you rude? I was like, girl, you being rude up in her driveway. Ascaf jumps in, honey, to defend Wendy. Mia is just like, what is you supposed to be, the mediator? And Mia started laughing, honey. I was like, girl, Mia, what nobody even thinking about you? Child, Ascaf called Mia a hoe. I was cracking up. You a hoe? You know you a hoe. How do you know? Because you told us so. Child, Karen tells the girl she done got vaccinated. It's vaccinated, Karen. Damn. Can't get your words right, girl. Child, next we see Gizelle giving Candiace a tour of her raggedy ass house. Ascaf was gonna come along, but she was like, child, this whole house need to be reconstructed, and I am not trying to fall. Candiace, you should have just took them bells and whistle shoes you had on off. Okay, that was not the right time to do a tour. So Candiace ends up asking Grace to move her car because the girls can't leave. Wendy and them, they can't leave yet because Candiace's car is blocking them. She asks one person of all people that can't fucking drive, which is Grace. Okay, child, you better off asking one of them damn twins to drive that damn car. Grace gets in the car with Robyn. Child was nervous. Grace don't know what the hell she doing. She fucked up Candiace's tire a little bit. Candiace noticed it. Child was funny. Child, the episode pretty much ends up going off with Robyn and Gizelle saying that they are not going on Wendy's little trip, honey. Okay? Now, y'all know damn well they probably ain't going because y'all know Juan ain't coming. I don't know if Gizelle got a date, you know, so they probably really don't want to go and be bothered with Wendy. Wendy still got a PT2, but put it down in my comments. Let me know if you feel like Wendy got the right, you know, to still be mad at the girls. Should she just take some time away from them until she can kind of cool off? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that and the episode. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.